everybody, I hope you are well today. So in one of my most recent videos, I mentioned that losing weight actually created a lot more insecurities than I expected. I developed new insecurities, I had insecurities that increased and got bigger, and it was just something I was not expecting because I was fully intending that as soon as I start losing weight, I'm going to start feeling more and more good about the way I look, the way I feel, and it just didn't quite happen like that. So far, I have lost 8 kilograms from when I actually started trying to lose weight, and it did present in a very strange way. And I thought it might be useful to discuss it just so if you guys are having the same insecurities, you know you're not going insane. Or if you're about to go on your weight loss journey, you can be prepared for these things and not be as shocked as I was when I woke up every day and found something new. First thing I did not expect is that the fat on my body kind of got squishier. When I first started on my journey, everything was very hard, like my stomach was very hard to touch, but now it is mega squidgy and it kind of hangs down more as well because I've lost mass in that area, so the skin is just kind of flopped a little bit. It's the best way I can describe it. And I always used to be physically very comfortable when my belly was bigger because it was very hard and I just kind of could tuck it into things and it would just be happy where it was. I used to be very comfortable with physically how my stomach felt. I mean, it was annoying when it got in the way and it was tight in clothes and stuff like that, but when I was working out, I wouldn't notice it was there. But now when I'm going for a run and stuff like that, I can feel my belly moving a lot more, and I think it's because it's so much more malleable than it was when I was at my full weight, because then it was quite stiff and hard, and now it's very floppy. This is just an innuendo. I feel like it's going to become a meme. So yeah, my skin definitely changed. It did just get a lot more squishy and changed shape to what I expected, and it did create a new insecurity for me. But also there's just this massive sense of it's really uncomfortable when I run. I am now training for a marathon, and the idea of having my belly jiggle for 4 or 5 hours, maybe even longer, probably longer. The idea of having my belly jiggle all that time, I think will be really uncomfortable. So I do really want to lose a lot more weight before I get to that, or I want to at least find some really good compression garments so that I don't have to worry about that when I'm running. The other thing I did not expect, which I'm very happy about, is that it is easy to lose the weight again when you've already lost it. So I remember going to Edinburgh for a week or so, and we ate out every day, we ate out lunch, we ate out breakfast, we ate out dinner, we ate out all the time. And I did put on about 1.5 kilos after that holiday, but I lost it again in about 2 to 3 weeks, and it was very easy. I barely had to think about it. But at the beginning, those first 1.5 kilos were very hard to shift. So once you've already lost the weight, it is a lot easier to lose it again. And it is important to remember that your weight will fluctuate anyway, all the time, based on hormones, based on water weight, based on what you ate the other day. It will just fluctuate. So don't be surprised if you come back from holiday and it suddenly looks massively big. It might have been that you had a very salty week and you were retaining a lot of water. There can be so many factors. But yeah, I did find it a lot easier to lose that weight once I came back and I got straight back onto my routine. The other thing I didn't know happened was that your body tries to keep you where it is. It is an evolutionary thing. It likes to try and keep you at the weight you're at because it doesn't know when it's next going to have a period of famine where there will be no food. Now, we don't really experience famine anymore because all you have to do is have a quick drive or a quick walk to the supermarket and pick up whatever food you want. But our bodies don't know this. Our bodies haven't caught up with this. So they will do whatever they can to keep us at the weight we're at. So when you start losing weight, your body produces a hormone that will make you feel hungrier. So it can be really hard losing weight because once you start losing weight, your appetite can increase. And it's something I didn't know about, and I'm really glad I learned about it before I started trying to really lose weight because it meant that I was more conscious about it. If I suddenly felt irrationally hungry and I wasn't sure why, I could kind of put it down to that. And although I might feel hungry enough that I need a massive meal, I might have just needed a quick snack and then it would go away. So sadly, our bodies are working against us when we're trying to lose weight, so just be wary that there are a few curveballs in the journey, and including your own body fighting against you. And that's probably why it's so hard on all these crash diets as well, because you're cutting your calories so much that you are losing a lot of weight, so you are going to feel really hungry. Plus you're not eating enough to actually satisfy the hunger. And that's why it's so important to make sure you are choosing a weight loss program that is very sustainable and does not throw your body through a loop. I also found that eating in a calorie deficit got a lot easier the longer I did it. I think I just got used to when I was hungry and when I wasn't hungry, so I ate when I was actually hungry. I got used to eating smaller portions because I definitely used to overeat. I got used to listening to my cues that tell me I'm full, and so instead of clearing everything that was on my plate, even though I was absolutely stuffed, I would just stop when I needed to stop and then save the food for later in the night if I got hungry. So over time it does get easier, and you do get used to not having all those bad food habits you might have originally had. And finally, at least in my case, you can trust yourself more than you think. I've gone quite a few weeks now without calorie counting, probably closer to months, and I have just maintained my weight. I haven't been focusing on losing weight at the moment, but even though I stopped calorie counting, I just listened to what my body was telling me, and from that I was able to maintain the weight, and I was really chuffed with that because I didn't want to gain weight, I didn't want to lose the progress I'd done. But I didn't want to keep calorie counting because things happened and calorie counting can be quite tricky. I was pleasantly surprised with how my body wasn't telling me to go and eat a whole packet of cookies in one go. It had started craving the same healthy foods that I was eating anyway, so it was presently very easy just to take a step back from calorie counting and focus on the actual food I was eating and wanting to eat. But I hope you guys found this useful, finding out things that you didn't know would happen when you lose weight, because I did not know these things would happen. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!